You know, the first time I saw John Fetterman, I said, I really like that guy. You know, I really did. Then he had a stroke and you're going, I don't know whether he can do this. I don't know whether he can actually do the job. But he came out as a very common sense guy. John Fetterman was never, you know, he was just kind of right down the, what I call Pennsylvania middle, which now is turning kind of Pennsylvania right. So Fetterman says, well, I'm going to go sit down with Trump because he's invited me to come sit down. And the damn liberals are going crazy. Democrats are going nuts. They should be pleased that somebody is willing to say, look, we've got to talk. Unlike Joe Scarborough, this was not a Joe Scarborough kind of deal where Joe and
Right.
Mika going, oh my God, and they do that because they want access. They want to be able to go to Mar-a-Lago and go to his parties. Fetterman didn't do that for that reason. He went because he's saying, you know what, we've got to talk. What's your take on Fetterman's move here?
Yeah, so Fetterman, he did end up going this past Monday. Both he and Trump had nothing but decent things to say after. And look, Fetterman's done some things in the last 6 to 12 months that I've not really been a huge fan of. He already made a comment about a month ago where he said that, yes, I'm looking forward to voting to confirm Marco Rubio without even going through a confirmation. That always rubs me the wrong way, no matter who it is. But this one, to me, was a big, okay.
Yeah,
He's
go
going
talk.
down. Look, they have to
God.
work with this guy
question.
for 4 years.
No question.
Now, does that mean you have to say, great, let's start the deportations and let's get the tariffs in place? No, I don't think Fetterman and Trump are going to agree on very many things, if anything. But at the same time, if you rule out leaving this relationship closed off or rule out opening it, then you run the risk of absolutely nothing for 4 years except for fighting and stalemates and him railroading you.
He's been he's been pretty angry about the Democrats. You know, this what he calls anti-Semitism, when he says the way they regard Israel is a problem for him. So there's some things that are driving him this way, there's no question. But I mean, the Laken-Riley Act, I mean, he was behind that. He was one of the few Democrats behind that, where he says, yeah, I think it's okay that we arrest immigrants that have committed crimes and then deport them if we must. He says it's okay also if you sue Homeland Security for not properly vetting some of these folks. Now, you see the impact of that. That could be huge. You know, somebody comes across the border and they're terrorists related to ISA or Hamas, whatever, and they kill a lot of people. That's, according to this legislation, that's just a common sense. We can sue Homeland Security. When I look at some of the stuff he's doing, he's at least reaching out, you know, trying to say, hey, we better carry on a conversation.
Yeah, because again, I clearly don't like the Trump's president for the next 4 years, but I can't change that. And I can either sit here and take my ball and go home if I'm a senator and say, well, I'm not even going to talk to you. Okay, you're still elected to do a job too, though. It's your job to get things done. And you cannot get things done, especially with the giant man-child, if you just piss him off all the time. You're going to close him off to being open to anything. And look, Trump is pushable.
He
not
is.
on every issue,
Absolutely.
but if you
He
get enough
is.
Democrats and maybe some moderate Republicans, you might be able to get 1 or 2 things over the next 2 years, which doesn't seem like much, but 1 or 2 is better than 0.